the green one that they're talking about, which is, solar or wind, because you have the coal is there, and you should use it to generate your power. The power, they actually say that, Your Excellency, without power, there's no growth. No growth without power anywhere. And then when you have power, you will actually unleash growth in the country. When you do that, you talk less when you go out there to campaign, to tell people what you've done, because they will see what it is. They will actually feel it. It's not like education where it takes several years before you can see the benefit of it. But this one, once you give power, it gives other things, opportunities, GDP growth, and it will give a lot of disposable income, just like what you mentioned, Your Excellency, saying that, yes, today in Zambia, you are using rain-fed agriculture. So rain-fed agriculture, it means that you are going to do one season. But right now, you go to countries where they are doing 3 crops per season. So if you are going to do 3 crops, it means that something like maize, which you are good at, you'll actually flood the entire African continent with maize. So, but right now, a lot of people, they're importing, maize, African countries. And one of the things that I have to also say, Your Excellency, is that being a landlocked, for example, is actually a big opportunity for you, because you are surrounded by 9 countries. So when you do well, and I'm sure the time will come when there will be a race, Your Excellency, because your colleagues that surround you, the 9 of them, when they see how well you are doing, they too, so it will be a race to see who will do best. That is how they are able to grow, the economy of Asia. Because it was a race. Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. Yes, so somebody is saying, you look at Thailand, and, when you look at Indonesia, for example, Indonesia, they've opened up their minds, everything, so even with all this, when you look at it, Indonesia's economy, people don't know, is bigger than Saudi Arabia's economy. They are at 1.2 trillion. Saudi Arabia is about 990 billion. And I am a believer that there is nothing that is impossible. So with what you have, I think if the focus is there, you have the right team, which you do, of course, you can see quite a lot of things. I cannot imagine having Zambia with additional 5,000 megawatts. And I think, Excellency, really, you need to address it, because I remember when we wanted to put up our own plant, we put up, then we realized that we had excess of power. And quickly, the Zambia Power, I think then, I don't know whether they still change their names, they said, no, we'll buy whatever excess power that you have. But, at that time, we wanted to do in some countries to put up power pole where, asked, no, we don't want to encourage power by coal. But then you can see in UK today, last year they opened up an old mine they didn't touch for 30-something years. And they gave also a new license. And now Germany, in the last 2 years, they have used more coal from South Africa than South Africa. So really, I think all this question about coal, we should use our God-given resources to develop our own this, and we are ready to partner with the government to actually, follow this trajectory. You can be rest assured, and that you will have my 100% support in actually, developing the economy here, so it can be a win-win situation, and will be.
Okay, I'm being told that I have no volume. Just let's check. Do I have volume now? Do I have volume now? I'm being told I don't have volume. Just check. Do I have volume? Please write there if I have volume. Yeah, I was being told I have no volume. Ladies and gentlemen, we are discussing three things. It's like this broadcast shouldn't happen, but it will happen. My lines are open. We are discussing, number one, a judge from Kabwe has granted, a judge from Kabwe has granted an injunction to Mafinga MP, who was expelled. He was expelled by us. He was also expelled by Mao Sampa. He purports to be leader of the opposition in parliament, courtesy of President Hakainde Hichilema and the Registrar of Society. A judge in Kabwe. I want to mention the judge because it's important that we take note of why I'm saying it. Judge Kelvin Hanchuwili Limbani. Judge Kelvin Hanchuwili Limbani. Judge Kelvin Hanchuwili Limbani of Kabwe has granted an injunction to expelled Member of Parliament, Robert Mafinga. Why am I saying this? Is that during the crisis in the last 3 years, the Chief Justice has been accused of facilitating the theft of the Patriotic Front. He has been facilitating the destruction of the PF. In effect, he's been facilitating the destruction of the opposition and democracy in this country. The Chief Justice, to defend himself, has held meetings with the judges that were dealing with these matters, and our lawyers have been present. So it's not a rumor, it's not anything. We have been present in those meetings. And at the last count, these are administrative. Remember, judges are independent. They are totally independent. They cannot be interfered with. But there's something that the Chief Justice can do administratively. And that's what he has done in these cases. So you will notice that all the three major cases for the Patriotic Front are before Judge Concepta Zulu. So the case for Raphael Nakachinda with Mao Sampa, Mao Sampa's case with Ngona and Robert Chavinga, the Brian Mundwile's case with Mao Sampa, all of them are before one judge. This is to ensure that all the facts are being dealt with together and that the matter being resolved. But in this case, despite that administrative instruction, we saw that, that Robert Chavinga went to shop for a forum in Kabwe. And Judge Kelvin Hanchuwili Limbani, who's judge in charge in Kabwe, has given Robert Chavinga this court order, which is throwing the PF's decision to hold a conference. So I'm told I've got echo, but we will resolve those issues later. I think it's very important that you can hear me and that we can broadcast. So here we are. The lines are open. This is People's Forum. It's your forum. I was showing our Dangote, the billionaire from Nigeria, is the richest black man, 30 billion. He went to Zimbabwe and he did a fantastic job, affirmed that President Mnangagwa has lifted that economy up, and he pledged $1 billion investment. In Zambia, Dangote already has a power plant and a cement plant. The power plant anyway doesn't produce power for anyone else, it produces power for the Dangote cement plant. In Zimbabwe, he pledged $1 billion worth of investment. Here, Dangote gave the president a lecture that why don't you resolve the issue of power, as you saw. Brad Mundwile is the leading candidate in the Patriotic Front. He was at the Secretariat today to address his supporters. Remember, we had given Lubinda filing his nominations on Sunday. We had Joseph Mdolo filing remotely. We had Makebe Zulu bring a huge crowd. And today, although Brian is among those old candidates, he went to just reaffirm his candidature because there were 9 that had paid. This includes myself, Mao Sampa, Brian Mundwile himself, Mutotwe Kafaya from Lunte, Chimbaka Mbwili, Geoffrey Waliamwamba, Goodward Mulubwa. So we are 9 of us that had paid previously. So the SG has begun a process in which the old candidates who had already paid could also affirm their partnership. And today, Brian Mundwili was at court. I mean, at the party secretariat.
Ndi mwana wa kwa lungu, ndi mwana wa kwa sata. Nefyo imini nepo, etwa imini nepo cha kusumbula balanda, manifesto twala kunkanya pona. Wanzambia, ngatwa bechinto chonfulwa ine, muntu achusha balanda. Patana nalichula po, nefyo kuchusu mfika nalishiwa. Echo limoni mo, ndole shafinati, na ibuela mo. Ifi ba HH na ba UPND wale chusha balanda eko muntu ngesa dila PM8 ni compromise ni project wa UPND ine uyu wa chusha abantu ifi uyu ntombo kulwa nanga from 2021 umulando wa kuchusha balanda lelo ba MP abamumwene ba MCC abamumwene na mwe ni wikeli hapa kakwikata pate nicho mwalisaka mwana machusha balanda teti mwe mungu anepo na UPND yo UPND tata kama na balanda abo baleti kwa PM8 abantu bakwe ni project ya UPND mkwaita bulanda balwa ni babu ya ntanjabo ine ndefo kweba ko message mo epo twarushira ma election ndefo muyumfuile nangu bushi kubumo ishatala mwana na HH noko ekala njaishiwa nangu bushi kubumo nangu ni phone ko na namba yako ishakwata nangu bushi kubumo butuma muntu atikana ndebo kuri president ama business bato na ngila yafula ngatu ali bakuta compromise ngale twaya nomba twalisakana na balanda ubushi kufenga kumana na HH ni next year it was like the hand over power to have independent state company.
One Zambia! One Zambia! So kaishi abalwani bachalo mubebe abalwani bachalo mubebe kuti chiwinga Thailand la nombali mori monga chachilamo anatotosha chiwinga Thailand la nombanga chachilamo analanda wa Zambia so kaishum kwai
Okay, this is People's Forum. It is your forum. Please call over the issues that we are discussing. Dangote came and gave a lecture to the president. He was in Zimbabwe the previous day where he pledged $1 billion worth of investment in Lusaka. He gave the lecture to the president that he needs to resolve the power crisis, and there was no justification. Caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Thank you, Ambassador Mwemba. This is Sinyangwe Dani calling you from Canada.
Yes,
we always want to thank you, Ambassador Mwemba, for your time and for us to connect and to us to give our own opinion. I've got 3 things to say.
Yes.
Number 1, I love the democracy in PF. Bali yesho kutoba PF, olumwali pata PF, democracy still stands in PF. We are all supporting all the candidates, but my call is to all PF members and supporters. The person that is going to come out as a leader for PF, everyone should support that person. And because of democracy, this is the democracy that in introduced to Zambians, and no one should kill it. Ababa chavinga, tuilaba posa kona mano, nama judges yawo. Everything that is happening, time will catch up. I feel sorry for these judges. Would you want to be remembered for doing the wrong things or the right things? Second, Badangoti na nomba ndeo mfa wino mwandini. Ya lecture over pelele ababa mdala ba timo pela lectures to Zambians. But you know what the man did? For him to say that, he knows that we need power to shimi, and he brought him down to earth. Bali beba shinga. Umuntu wonse ulandalanda tapali of your chita, but inchito ya vela mumulimo yobe of your lechita. You cannot be a person always standing on the top of the mountain. Oh, we are developing. How can you develop abantu wobetawakwe light? How Dangote what he said mwebantu. Whether you love or don't love the president, that is what love is all about. Umwebe umuntu chinga. When some Zambians go out and register and get your voters card, the second independence for Zambia is coming. Thank you, Bamwamba. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Indeed, Dangote told the president, there is no growth that can take place without power. There is no growth that can take place. And here we've been saying we are growing at 6%. Dangote was very clear. He didn't make his billions, over rhetoric. He made his billions because there was a government that was practical. So the lines are open. We're going to make it a short broadcast. I've just insisted that we ought to broadcast because we had said we would broadcast. I do not like when I meet technicalities and I abandon the broadcast. No, I want us to discuss the broadcast, and I want us to vent out the issues that we should vent out. Please call. The lines are open. Call. The lines are open. What is your view about the things that are occurring in the Patriotic Front, Dangote's visit? There is another gentleman who has visited the president. His name is Wicknell. Wicknell, he calls himself Sir Wicknell Chivoya. He's a Zimbabwean business. Chivayo, Wicknell Chivayo. Well, if you've seen the pictures, I'll post them here. Wicknell Chivayo is with the president. And Wicknell Chivayo visits head of state that are going to have an election within 24 months or so. And he was at Community House. He was in Tanzania, he was in Kenya. Wherever there's an election, you will see this Zimbabwean national. Mr. President, we've seen the pictures of you and Wicknell Chivayo. What are you doing with him? And remember, he was among his company was among those that had applied to ECZ. I think is it to print ballots or something. There was some ECZ role that you cancelled. But today, he was at Community House. Let me look for that picture and give it to you. Please call. We've had trouble today, but we have a broadcast. I want to hear from you. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, and how are you?
Very well.
First, before I go to make a comment, I would wish to greet all the listeners on this biggest podcast on the land of Zambia.
Thank you.
What I saw today is what should be done all the time. A single man stands in a corner. I don't know if he was in the toilet and making some declaration with a ZNBC camera mic on the table. And the next thing that we used to do, we used to follow such declaration, which is done by one man. Today we saw a very strong man and a very strong party at Secretariat. After that fake injunction that was put on our party secretariat and on our activities, but we went ahead and do what is right. The first thing that we should commend the Patriotic Front and everyone who was there to show that we are not going to condone illegality. that will be played by those judges and the man sponsoring Chavinga. And Bamwamba, to speak about Chavinga, Chavinga is just playing with his time. Let him go and consult with GBM and on how those on what is the trade he has taken. In the law is playing. Let him go to Rwansha or go to Lusaka there. Bakambwili is there. Let him go and have a word from Bakambwili. Bakambwili is this way doing. Mount Tampa is there. He has been used in the same way. Because what is happening now, Zambia is not at the age that Chavinga was playing in those days. Look what is happening around now. The people are upset. Everyone is upset. Not only people from PF or anywhere. The people are upset. They want a good Zambia. People, they don't want that nonsense. Chavinga should not be playing with people. Chavinga should not be putting ZNBC mic on that useless table in the corner to make such declarations. And I pity those judges. That are tarnishing their names on a useless person like Chavinga. And the other thing which is very encouraging, Mamamba, me have come to like the way Bablan Mundubire public no clear no to say is not a project for UPND. Mamamba, first I want to commend you for the fairness that you showed there, like you are marketing all the candidates and you are amongst the candidates. But Mwambaya is such a person to where if you are looking for a same job and me have got an injury, you can take my application later with yours to the same company you are looking for a job. You are such a good man. You have promoted all of the candidates equally. That's the same thing. That's the same spirit I want you to impart on those people that are doing your job. Like Avena Chair, Voice of Zambia, Badiri Mutambo, Wakumi, and other people in diaspora. Tell them not to endorse a person. Let them endorse the party. Work on that, Mwamba.
Thank you very much.
This issue of attacking each other, we are done with it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so we are discussing the injunction that was given by a judge from Kabwe. This is a matter where expelled MP Chavinga went to shop for a forum in Kabwe and got an injunction against the Patriotic Front. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
This is Precious Inonge Mweka from Livingston.
Yes, Precious, my dear sister.
Yes, I'm just happy with my leaders in Patriotic. I hope and pray for them that always they should be united and they should not fear anything. But Chavinga, whatever he's doing, he's just wasting his time. And the people are deceiving him. They are just putting him in a serious problem because that man, if he was wise, he was supposed to use his wisdom, you know. And also even our president himself, he was not even supposed to start promoting whatever the nonsense Chavinga is doing because he's embarrassing himself. Other countries, they are even shocked to see how he's leading this nation. He was just supposed to do what is right by stopping Chavinga to do whatever he's doing. So for him to support what Chavinga is doing, he's trying to block leaders in Patriotic Front. And the question is, why is he fearing the Patriotic? It means him is guilty for something that we don't know the reason why he's guilty. But anyway, I just want to encourage my leaders to be brave. You stand strong, don't fear anything. Zambia is not for UPND. Zambia is for all of us. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Mbakada Mwamba.
Good evening.
My name is Mama Matika from Lusaka.
Thank you.
I have one question, one very important question. The Chavinga saga that is going on with him putting injunctions. I would like to find out what is the plan B for the PF in case this injunction goes all the way until election time. Do they have a plan B on how they are going to stand so that the Zambian population can give them their vote? Because after all is said and done, we are not hearing anything to give the Zambian hope that should this thing go on, we actually have another plan to fall back on. Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Thank you very much. Call us, please. Let's talk. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening, Ambassador. You're talking to Brian. I'm calling you from Lusaka, Olympia.
Yes, Brian.
Okay, Ambassador, I want to contribute on the injunction or the PF cases that are in the courts of law. Maybe just to appeal. You know, back when UPND was in opposition, we saw supporters of UPND escorting HH to give him support when he would appear for cases in court. I think it would be a good idea that when next is a hearing, people can go and support the presidential candidates as they appear in court, because PF is not just brand. PF is not just Mutotwe Kafwaya. It's about everyone who identifies as a member of this party. If only this government can allow people to go and give solidarity, that way even the judges will be aware that an injustice on the party is not just affecting the leaders on top, but all the members across the country. That is my submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba. This is the voice of Peter UK, Honorable Emmanuel JJ Banda.
Honorable JJ Banda, how are you, my dear brother?
Oh, I'm fine, and you? How are you that side?
No, very well. Tipase an advice. What should we do? What should we do?
No, first I want to answer the question to the previous caller, the lady who asked to say, do you have plan B before I contribute to the program?
Okay.
I just want to answer the lady who called. Yes. So she was asking to say, this what is happening, do you have plan B? What I want to assure the nation is, yes, we have plan B. ECL, when ECL saw to say the PF has been attacked, he had put 3 political parties aside, which he had put for plan B.
Yes.
If they attack another one, then he will use another one. When they attack another one, he will use the other one. So at the moment, we have got only one party, which is NCP. So there are other 2 political parties, which even HH doesn't know. So they are still on standby under plan B. So I want to assure her and everyone to say, they shouldn't worry, even this Mingarat which they are doing. ECL was ahead of them. Remember, each ECL served as a president. ECL was a lawyer. So he knew whatever the economist from Matero was trying to do. So you can't compare an economics. I don't know whether we can say but according to what Dangote said yesterday, I'm sure We don't have that in economics. So ECA was ahead. Was ahead, and the plan B it's there. So the Zambian people continue encouraging each other to get the voters card. So what I can tell my sister is she should just continue advising people to make sure that they get voters card. And those who don't have transport money, please, we are asking everyone to keep the youths to go and register for the second independence. Because right now what we are fighting for, it's independence. That's what has happened today. You can tell to say our country needs independence.
Independence.
So that was the question. Now coming to your program, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, firstly, I'm sure for about Chavinga and Maus and the PF, I'm sure you're aware about that judgment which was passed at High Court.
Yes.
Yes, and that judgment, Ambassador Mwamba, Chavinga tried to challenge that judgment. He failed. The judge threw everything out. That's why now they said anything to do, if Chavinga is trying to do anything, it was going to be contempt. But since we are under colonial master, the new colonial masters now in town, in our country, you know, Chavinga is not scared of the contempt. He went ahead to approach them to say, I need an injunction. But then after going through the judgment, they advised Chavinga and the HH to say, here in Lusaka, we can't give an injunction. We can't give an injunction because there is this judgment. So this judgment, which means if we go ahead giving Chavinga an injunction, which means even the judge who is giving Chavinga an injunction, it will be contempt together with Chavinga. That's why HH and Chavinga, they thought of going to Kawe so that that judge will play a blind eye. Like he doesn't know that there is that judgment in Lusaka. That's why they went ahead to give him an injunction. But even that judge in Kawe, he should know and aware from now to say, whatever they have done with Chavinga, it's contempt. That's why I'm sure everyone right now is free to go to Secretariat because they know to say,
The Technical Committee on Constitution Amendments has continued to receive submissions from members of the public in Lusaka province. Former Republican Vice President Enoch Kavindele is one of the people who took advantage of the sittings by making submissions before the Technical Committee. Mr. Kavindele wants the presidential term of office to be extended to a one-off 7-year period.
That way, the president then is fully aware that he has to perform for that 7 years. He can perform, but there are certain things where, this will be done in the second term, but if he knows that it's 7-year term, 7-year term, that is fine. You will see a lot of changes, you see a lot of better things.
The former vice president further submitted to the committee that the president should choose cabinet ministers from outside parliament, saying this will enhance development.
This country will develop faster and better if the president had access to all the people of Zambia for him to appoint those that he can work with. I have due respect to my colleagues who are in government, cabinet, but I think they too would agree. And in any case, people stand for elections to be MPs, not to be ministers. Ministership is a bonus. Let the president just concentrate on those that can deliver.
Former Cabinet Minister William Harrington, who also submitted to the Technical Committee, is of the view that members of Parliament's term of office should only be limited to not more than 2.
Just like in the case of the president. If the president is term is 2 5-year terms, why should the MP have an indefinite number of what's so special about the member of Parliament? You compare that MP to the role of the president, you can only restrict it to 2 5-year terms.
Let's see if the volume is back. Wonderful. I think we are back. Yes, Honorable JJ Banda, finish your thoughts.
It's not yet back. I can't hear anything here.
We are back. It shows me that we are back. We didn't have volume, but now we are back.
No, but still there's no volume because I'm watching you and the people are saying there's no volume.
There could be delay. There could be delay. Because I can see my volume here showing. Okay.
Then give him the comments there.
Yes, I know. I didn't have volume, but...
He's a liar. Oh, sorry, not a liar. I think we have said he's past being a liar. Okay? No, let's be very, very clear. He has graduated. He's not just... Because he has lied to gain advantage. So that is called cheating. Then when you confront him, he fights back. Okay? That is what then shows you that he knows what he is doing. We are not just corrupt with money, which we can accuse Lungu of. We are corrupt with morals. That's lying or cheating. How do you expect, for example, like the way you are saying, the president wants to strengthen the laws and when he is the foremost culprit, he says the same thing and he keeps falling back on the same thing again this side.
Yeah. He was touted as an economic manager, that the economy was failing and that he was going to deal with the economy. He's touted as a businessman and therefore he was going to be friends to the business and business community. He's touted as a farmer and therefore that the agricultural sector will thrive. Lamentably, all these have done very badly under him. Why do you think, where is this failure coming from?
The point is, the other point is that you can't run a country as a selfish person, as an individual. Because like the way you're saying, he's being touted as an individual. Look at his team. One of the things I did when UPND just came in, I asked someone to go one-on-one, Lungu and HH, and rate them, Nalumango and Inonge winner, and then go down, minister by minister. So if you find that Jack Mwimbu is going to be Western Kampyongo, are you really sure?
Why do you say that?
Well,
okay, let me try. We still have no volume. Just check, do we still have no volume? Okay, let me check. I still don't have volume.
Look at how Jack Mwimbu is behaving. We have just referred to those statements in Parliament and just what he had the other day on Rungu. Proper lying or cheating.
Okay.
He is the one inciting the police. He accuses the other one of incitement. So go down, minister by minister, Lungu's cabinet and what you have. HH has no team. HH is an individual. He kept saying team, we. That's what he came with. But when he unveiled the team, people like Chipoka Mulenga, you only know that this is the, you call it what? They call it the window dressing. You only have the name, tokenism, that, ni Muvemba, ni Mulenga, Jirita ni Mulenga. That's all. Who knew Chipoka Mulenga before he became a minister? All these people from the other side, they were not known until they became ministers.
Volume is
and
back,
most of them were not even
like
in politics
Facebook, but volume is back
until they were appointed.
Hello. I seem to have volume everywhere except on Facebook, but we'll keep on resolving this. It is back? Okay. So I had, my dear brother Banda, just finish your thoughts.
Yeah, so
mute your other device. Just mute your other device.
Yes, it's muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make your contributions, my brother, so that we could pick the other cause.
Okay. No, thank you so much, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, what I was saying, vatanzola vila seo. Kuja mai wenzi watuma phone to say plan B, it's in place, and plan B, it's got 3 political parties aside. In my 3 political side aside, my 3 political parties aside. So if any political party they hijack the UPND and HH, there will be another one. If they hijack another one, there will be another one, because Isiel was a lawyer, so he knew everything, because Isiel dealt with a lot of criminals. Isiel dealt with a lot of criminal matters in court, so he knew how a criminal will approach you. So he knew everything. That's why he used to advise us to say, no, these people are like this and this and this. So I can assure the people to say plan B is safe, because it's got 3 political parties aside. And they shouldn't worry again about time. Because remember, Ambassador Mwamba, me, I had applied on PF ticket in 2021 to stand as a member of parliament. But I was left out. And that announcement of me being left out on the adoption was announced in May. And in May, when it was announced, I had to go back to my constituency to sit with the people, which with the people we decided to say we'll go independent. And in 3 months, we managed to sell the symbol and to sell the idea. and we became victorious. Imagine, Ambassador Mwamba, for all the people who were being voted in Petahoke, I was number one. I got 32,500, but I sold that symbol in 3 months. Number 2, it was ECL, who was the incumbent president, got 31,000 plus. Number 3, it was HH, who sold this symbol for many years, but he came out number 3 with 10,000 votes. Number 4, it was Doris Lia, who stood many times, who was a minister for 15 years. He came out number 4. But me, in 3 months, selling myself, selling the symbol, we managed. Now, what about if December, we start selling the symbol in December? What is going to stop us to get independence? So what I can tell the people is they should just believe in Plan B, and they should know to say they are safe, and they should make sure to encourage people to register as voters.
Thank you, my brother. I think my brother.
If a neighbor doesn't have money to go and register, please, the neighbor who has got a little money or maybe transport, he should try to help a neighbor to get a voter's card. This is our job. So I'm again telling the people to say they shouldn't worry to say, no, there's no time. A lot of people told me to say there's no time, we won't make it. But I believed in the process. I had hope. And that hope which I had, I started selling the symbol of a tractor within 3 months. And I became number 1. So what can stop us? If all of us, we start, Ambassador, you start selling the symbol. I start selling the symbol. All the advocates, they start selling the symbol. All the people in diaspora symbol, we can't fail. So
thank you very
going
much.
To use another political party because this dictator, he can't let the PF be on the ballot paper. Look what happened today, Ambassador Mwamba. Ambassador Mwamba, Mao's got judgment this year to say he has won the case. He's the one in charge. And he was asked to put the leader of opposition to change, giving the leader of opposition to change the whip. But Chavinga tried to challenge that in court. The court throw those everything what Chavinga was trying to challenge. The court bemukanira Chavinga vonse. Vamukanira vonse Chavinga. That's why Chavinga mairo enzanaenda ku high court mu Lusaka kukamba to say apange injunction. Vajaji vamu high court vanamuuza to say Chavinga ife tukakupasa injunction na ife, which means tachita committee offense. Committee offense ya commit an offense. So stinga vichite bauzeni ba HH maybe mweseko district inango ndiye mwembo province inango ndiye mwamina nanya mkila Chavinga na HH kuyenda kukabwe. But vija bame bachita Chavinga na HH na ujajaji it's concept ni mlandu kundu la Mwamba. Because HH analumbila ku stadium to say you will be a custodian of the constitution. Imagine the president wotiana akangiwa kugira constitution and those ma key players womtandiza keeping constitution ila ngiba kuuja kupanga mirando concept. Because in concept Mwamba.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Concept yani bachita Chavinga. Ine alonse a member of parliament Mwamba Muziba akachita swear in mama mpasa constitution ama pitamo constitution every day because ndiapanga malamulo. And I was in that committee of legal committee Mwamba. You know what legal committee is Mwamba? I was one of the members. I served under legal committee for 3 years. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what contempt is. So vija pamene vachita va HH vapangisa uja jaji. Even olo pamene alili lero jaji sagona. Orachoka kuwengwa na yeye vazi vatose wanena panga ni mlandu nanga wai vakurusaka vanakana contempt. Vanakama stifuna. Vanamkanira Chavinga Mairo anapita majaji vali 5 once paja pa high court Lusaka vanamkanira Chavinga namuzati huyu ni mlandu tikakupasa chabe injunction. Nishifetakana judgment yanetina pasa mouse and the judgment inachoka ku high court. So why judgment yachoka ku high court is and footing na injunction isingochoka ku high court.
Thank you very much, JJ. Thank you very much, my brother.
Hapa aliwonse ali free kuyenda ku secretariat because that one it's a foul ya HH but saza kwanisa because Murungu amukana HH.
Thank you very much. Let me just take these other calls and I'll get back to you, Honorable JJ Banda. Thank you. Callers may not understand what Honorable JJ Banda and the judgment is talking about. In the High Court, Judge Concepta Zulu on 25th March delivered a judgment in which he directed that there should be no further changes to the office bearers at the Registrar of Societies. But you've seen Chabinga flashing an envelope claiming that he's president of the PF. That would be contempt because on 25th March 2025, the judge was very categorical that after the changes from Edgar Lungu to Mao Sampa, and as the matter was ongoing, because there are various cases that were aggregated together, she said and directed, made a ruling, there should be no further changes to the Registrar of Societies. So, but how did then the Registrar of Societies give Chabinga that certificate and changed it to him as acting president? That would be clear contempt. They will have broken the law, both the Registrar and Chabinga. Hello, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Amamba, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, this is Eddie Nkunga, aka different MP from Kabwe. Amamba, I think if we're na Kabwe, tulamfuaisha sana Chavinga. Tulamfuaisha in the sense like ikatuishevyo efe ningalande efe tumfuaisha. And yesterday, I tulakwata information. We are PF supporters. Tulakwata information kwa 3 meeting uko na bena Jerry Chama wa mno Mukabwe betati wabo. Not just tikatuisha tanga provincial chairman. Bomfia mno Jerry Chama. So we had that information and Chavinga tulamfuaisha. Some of the youths, they went ahead. Kuingira mukoti kwa timbe walepo kumfwa kwa makoti cases, but in the actual sense we wanted Chavinga. But Chavinga was not there katusheko wa mufishira ngachari shani, but tula mufwaisha. So I think what I can just encourage our leaders of PF here in Kabwe. I think Kabwe it has been on top in whatever event is happening concerning PF. Kabwe is on top. Now, what I want to encourage the leaders, Wamwamba, na wonsabale umfwa, let's avoid fighting on this issue of presidential candidate in our party.
Yes, my brother, continue.
Until this fight will go nowhere. My encouragement, in as much I'm young, to the leaders who are aspiring for president in the party, please, let's not see each other as enemies just because vale minina. Some of the messages which they are uttering there at the PF Secretariat to Amwamba, it's like what Parika division. I will not beat the bush or massaging leaders just because they are our leaders, but they should look at the unity and the peace in our party. please twapapata ifwe tukamilirira bamwamba 2026 anga bakaluse fye tukaluse fye ba UPND bakapite tukamilirira. To tell you the truth, people they are suffering and you are our hope. If you our hope, you start fighting over a simple thing just to become a party president. Epo tulero lesha ero manje mwambo kula chita fight. You are going to betray the Zambian people who have confidence in you, including those who are in jail. Because those who are in jail, the hope is you. So if you are not going to unite, you are going to betray the Zambians. Those people are waiting on you. We are waiting on you and we want to see what will come out from the convention. And my appeal is after convention, let unity be there. Whoever is going to be elected there. Uko kwine mukekale panshi mukalanshanye fika pwire noko kwine wonse wakwete cha kumutima fika pwire oko kwine eryo mukalaisa kulifwe kwema supporters nishi mukatulangensa nsati mulipamo. We don't want to see division. Ba UPND apana manatia kwa chavinga ya flopa. The next thing is to see how you are going to scamper after convention. But we don't want to see that division. I think what I want to tell in conclusion, the thing is, let's not pay attention to Chavinga. That injunction, what he has gotten, I think that injunction does not belong to the PF or anyone to the PF or to the PF secretariat. That injunction to me, it is belonging to his family. Abadi MPH was sent to UPND because we don't benefit from that money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'll be taking the last few calls. Today's broadcast has been very difficult for these challenges that I faced, but thank you that it has taken place and we have communicated the little that we could communicate. So let me take the last few calls and then we close. My dear brother Kasewa, today the magistrate Ida Piri has locked him up indefinitely. Is claiming that there is a bench warrant he didn't honor.
He's a liar. Oh, well, sorry, not liar. I think we have said this past being a liar. Okay. Now let's be very, very clear. He has he's not just because he has lied to gain advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that is called cheating. Then when you confront him, he fights back. Okay? That is what then shows you that he knows what he is doing. We are not just corrupt with money, which we can accuse Lungu of. We are corrupt with morals. That is lying or cheating. How do you expect, for example, like the way you are saying, the president wants to strengthen the laws and when he is the foremost culprit, he says the same thing and he keeps falling back on the same thing again this side.
Yeah. He was touted as an economic manager, that the economy was failing and that he was going to deal with the economy. He's touted as a businessman and therefore he was going to be friends to the business and business community. He's touted as a farmer and therefore that the agricultural sector will thrive. Lamentably, all these have done very badly under him. Why do you think, where is this failure coming from?
The point is, the other point is that you can't run a country as a selfish person, as an individual. Because like the way you're saying, he's being touted as an individual. Look at his team. One of the things I did when UPND just came in, I asked someone to go one-on-one, Lungu and HH, and rate them, Nalumango and Inonge winner, and then go down, minister by minister. So if you find that Jack Mwimbu is going to be worse than Kampiongo, are you really sure?
Why do you say that?
Well, look at how Jack Mwimbu is behaving. We have just referred to those statements in Parliament and just what he had the other day.
Okay, I've got a caller. Caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Yes, caller.
Good evening, Ambassador. Nivamunkonjava.
Mkwaiva munkonge landeni po.
Ichakubalira po Ambassador ulimbi kutina alabalira po chiri important sana. Ambassador chiripa chaisa direct kuli imwe as a public secretary nde mirumba chiteni communicate na ba Makeb Zulu na ba Mundubire. Ba Makeb Zulu babike uyu mukashana chair panshi barande nankwe the way barestari present ma social media tachiwe me kulingana ne chongani no yesu again na bena bamundubire mubebe babike panshi ba mayoba aliri mutambo because ababenya abantu babiri emaki because opo tuberere taturefoye fifire chitika pama social media taturefoye tusekenoyo so ishintungurusha ndeni kona shena shibika abantu babo panshi supporting wale chita support tafiri bino sana ero chimbi ba mwamba pali Dangote apapena abena Zambia po bafuire ba mweno kwebati PF chirongani no chate mwabena Zambia ngamwalole sha Dangote ofya ishire mu Zambia insta yaba PF aishire tondoro no kuranshana na ba PF tondoro tuambira okumona fyo kwebati bamunine mfo bambo kubombe nsto kuri Dangote kanshi kwali bana Dangote baingira machito ama drivers na ngana ya kumpikana kwena kuri zamtani barapanga ifya ko oil shani fya kupanga inani kali funya oil kwali ibareli kurusana zamtani yali karafe tonnoro ngatwalole shama development yengi ba PF bachita neyo barefo kwe batu bena Zambia twato kwaku butukiro kwingira nguba avikiro bayishira mu Zambia bali panga miforo shingi imisebo ama streets yengi na bamunine fo bali sambira ko nshito kuri ba avika to amwene po ba PF ba lungu bayisa pa broadcast bambo kulala ndati nindeta aviki nindeta gana Dangote oro balera nshanya na Putin kulasha Putin muntumo umukuru sana pano ensonde balera nshanya na yena bwino pali development tabatalire abesa imina because bali ishibyo ko bati imendi mubonfi w'abantu na PF yakusunga abantu so mfune na deliver kulingana na manifesto fo ile Rwanda erio uchimbi ba mwamba pali uyu kasebanya nde tomba kwa banesu waba muchipani mumwesu uyu muntu uyu ali tuimine lero asasa ngo kwebati yawe ba PF bali fe bwino pali icho bamasebanya bayisanga mu kifungo so abakwete ko inshita bayatandalira ko uyu munenso pano po tuberere fo bena Zambia telefo kubwesha Zambia mu inshira so onsore ule chitefi ntifya kubwesha Zambia mu inshira ni bururu wesu telefo tribalism ni freedom telefo so bamasebanya mwaya bamonako mukati omo bali mukali ati mwabatandalira ko nabo bantu besu ni ba freedom fighter opona aperera kwena.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Panono fi pali plan B ndero mbako echirongani no plan B number 1 chitwalirire okya mukukumbirira ama branches nama awards ukubeba ko turendere okweba bafiranga natkwata plan yo tukabonfya na bena bala bali pa branch bafire bayishiba so pali no nshita intungo shishambyo kwendera abantu fo shikwete shambyo kwa kubantu na bena bakwate confidence kwebati upo tuberenya papa ntine ina nshita plan B kesa isa nishina abantu bali aware so what is important tuturingira okupokerera abantu bambyo kula kupokerera then na kusale ntungurushi kuyiminika twali nshire ili onse twate ntungurushi tukonkerera amakoti ayo aya bamukukuru fote fo bamukukuru tora ukulingana nga abantu fe babomba kulingana na democracy yesu ukulingana nefe twate mwabena Zambia taba tutinya oba mukukuru ifoka tuyimine pachinka na pera bamwamba.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen and fellow Zambians, today we are just having people's forum where you could express yourself. I wish to apologize that as soon as we started, there was no volume, and to attempt to resolve that volume, it wasn't a simple matter. I just had to resort to my old computer, and I haven't used it for almost 3 months, and this is a broadcast. You don't have scrollers, and we also had glitches with volume also here. I apologize. By Sunday, we have a big one. We have John Sangwa State Council and Dolly Kabanda. They'll be on your screen. We are having a special Sunday interview on Sunday. We'll host. I'm just trying to close, but today we had such a difficult day. Maybe we can allow callers. Hello, caller. Please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Good evening. How are you?
Would you like to participate?
Yes, please.
Make your contributions, because you just found me closing the program.
Okay, I just want to talk about a few issues around the PF.
Yes, please.
It is quite unfortunate that at a time when there is no solid opposition in this country, you guys in the PF have failed to you and come up with one person. What is happening right now is very unfortunate. We don't expect people like Makebizo to want to come and contest when he should have been concentrating on the value of the former president. So really, I think this is time when you guys should have shown leadership to us Zambians. But you seem to have failed. And my prayer is that at the end of the day, you guys should be able to hold your convention and should be elected as president, as opposed to fronting people like Makebi Zulu and others.
Iwe. Even if it's your opinion. We come to the end of the broadcast. This gentleman calls from Chipata. Even last time he called just to offend. He wants to test our patience, even if you belong to the other party. Makebi Zulu has a right to contest. He was on this forum, and I asked him that difficult question. And he said he had spoken to the family and before he made that decision. And under the circumstances, he feels that he should participate in the process. And he's blaming us when this entire process is being driven by President Hakainde Hichilema. The president of PF is literally President Hakainde Hichilema through that man who was speaking from a toilet. You saw Robert Chavinga speaking from a toilet. And it was very sad that... very sad that even ZMBC could give him national coverage speaking from a toilet. Hello, caller.
Good evening, Ambassador Mwamba.
Ninji salamayo, but namona mwatu masona lami. Yo, landeni mwe you are a regular caller, you are allowed to.
Why?
You are a regular caller, so you are allowed to.
Na totala mkwai na mposha kwa kaputa kuno.
Endita.
Naleta fye kukoseresha bantu wose abina Zambia abachite polo PF naba afuma kuma parties yambi mletamba fye achitika mchalo palwa aba Chavinga naba Malsampa. Patron said 24th October 2023 nechana chimpa pushako kumonati ba mama yo bakateka ku Tanzania basamia bali mchalo muzambia bali tutandalire. Kumlongoshi ho ku Independence ku Greatest Road kule ekitike efintu ba police natile bashirika inero natambile live nateba shirika ba ushembra police. You know those days kwa lati ba parameter in the counter days it was more than ba parameter twale tandeli wana ba kaunda Brian kuchingirika uko ba Malsampa na ba Chavinga vale poka ubutungulushi bwa PF abene pyachitika fense mwali chitambire bonse namba nde papa fye pantiri basamia vale bavota ku Tanzania pamayo bali fye bekailo nishibali ingisha mu prison bonse ama opposition leaders kunona ko ku Zambia echile chitika vale ingisha ama opposition leaders vale bekata vale isha basamia bali shire tuma political parties utushishi bikono kushishi biko eto bachitire compete nato Muzambia namo bakateka balipo ife bayikatirira ukwenda pamwe na Mausampa chinenshi they were traveling out bonse apa nomba nichavinga na ku South Africa kufya abalungu nichavinga ama audios yakuchita leak chavinga lela ndefya muselu mwe bantu bakwalesa kuti wamfana omwenso kulina mayo uwishibwe kuti ababena mwandi abandi bawishi kwa abana bandi nomba ni ntungulushi ya chalo batini chiti alechita ni aledala kanshi mwe bali mukutungulula ukuyimini nako ifipani nokumfefe ba JJ banda ba olange fo loyenda mchalo efo ine kuti napa bati ba president wesu mukasu bakalelo ahakainde bale mfafe bwino kumutima wabo nakutalala fitondolo ukweba ati chavinga yekatire chire chipepa ese pamwela ale ituno kulanda timone nini nebo takulira ombi ndeisala secretariat kwikala kwa shanyo bokashi kwikala kwa shanyo ale ngilo kwisala secretariat pakuti ba PF beba ngani PF mwine wa PF chiste chasekelele muri ba PF ukukwata echipani chabo nokuti bachite contest na kabiri pano pa 2026 muchimemba batila tulefirila munsenga temwine mweba tampire PF kuti mwalanda when did Chavinga come in ayambire kubalira ali part of you ba PF such that lelo alifa afyo kuchona ula alife mkwapa kwa bakainde bakainde abampene ekibusa na mama Samia leipa yotu bantu nonga kala kanifa kali 26-year-old bani nabaledi filamba mchalo pamwela ati sa mama Samia mbelela ko lusyo mwana wandi mwana mwaichefi kali bafe industry asakene kali kwata mo apana kakwata channel pamwela bose tule mfako efintu nangutafute bene wafire kafe we mwine bati balaba mama Samia omutima wali kosa kano bati bepa ikala kaiche muntu lepa ampandiki usana abantu bamusango yo tichivi that's why nechi party cha PF tetichi bakoshe kumutima ukukuchita snuff out twakana Kavian forward na party ile fight kako when I use the word forward please no one should align it to PF ichi chisungu cha forward cha liko kale before I mean UPND ichi chisungu cha forward cha liko kale before UPND ever got to be formed kashi mkwainga na tira forward nchile losha kuli UPND bambele kose kashi voturelo mboko ebati apo ba Chavinga chicha basanchikapo chabemya mumbo kulira nishibali kwashintilile so teti Chavinga le imafyamba bakapalya awe twakana mwandi nifo twayara ba PF strongest largest opposition in the country uko ku Tanzania balaba mayoba Samia bali tina chile chilonganino baingisha na mujeo abene bachilongani nalomba ko kwebati abena Zambia kwena loleke shenpo pali ichi chintu chikaneni mumvotele yenu go and register mkwaina totela ba mwamba.
Thank you very much. Hello caller, please tell us your name and where you are calling us from.
Hello, good evening, Bamwamba. Good evening, and good evening, all the viewers.
Yes,
and
Father.
all the listeners. I am Don Oscar, calling from Italy.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, thank you very much for allowing me this precious moment. Today, I've seen what has transpired in our country. And first of all, I would like to say, to give my solidarity to your party members, the Patriotic Front, what you are going through. Everyone, I think, I've seen, it's a very sad situation where in our country, our beloved Zambia, since 1964, we have never experienced such happenings in the political arena. It's very sad, and I personally, I condemn it. And Muchibemba balanda ti ichisosa chipamano ero kabiri balanda ti umweo wa muntu waba mukutwi. Umweo wa muntu waba kumukutwi, which means the leaders need to learn to listen. If you cannot listen to a person, you might not find a solution to give. So listening is very, very vital. And so I would like to say solidarity, to pay my solidarity to you as a Patriotic Front political party. We don't want any party to suffer the way you are suffering. We don't want any other political party to go through what you are going through. So that said, I have on the other side, I have to say, to encourage you people, what the Patriotic Front you are going through, I think us also, I am a Catholic, I'm a proud Catholic. I bless God every time for having been brought into this precious church, this blessed church. And to the PF, what you have gone through today when we heard that probably they were going to close your secretariat. I know Mwambaka Twishinga to Mampela latest. Was it closed or it was just an attempt?
No, the pictures I saw are very old pictures. I actually took those pictures when they closed the first time.
Was it closed?
No.
All right, thank you so much. So we heard that it was closed, but if it was not closed, then we are happy. We are proud for that. I just wanted to encourage you because at Ichalo Bantu, PF is people. People are Patriotic Front. Honorable Chavinga, I think he's also listening. If he has a possibility to listen to what the Zambian people are saying, I hope he's listening. And I hope also the UPND are listening to your podcast, to this wonderful program. If they are listening, Vananda, ti mulingo lingira ko munobe. Eona iwe bakakulingira mo ati mune ngana ukwata umulando mwili nsoliobe. Wibalokwevo munobe ati awo lekanka kufunya akani kali muli nsoliobe lekanka kufunya kanshi nawo labati muli nsoliobe muli umulando. Wakwewa ati nokumona taule mbona. So bane ama politics ya imwe fikansa fiachalo tekubama enemies. That said, naisa kuli ba PF imwe mweka. I want to congratulate you imwe wantu na imwe na mwista surprise. Why have you surprised me ba PF? Nasila satamba group yaba brand mundi wile. Abantu abengi kula ku secretariat. Abantu abengi. Oro banji kukishafiri abantu bayire kuri nani kane Makebi Zulu. Sona anonesha aba bantu. Kwena ba PF mwalite mwechipani chenu. Ala nangu femulelire filamba tiyo mwalire filamba nangu atiyo ishima mingana tobala abomfya. Ale mingana tashikula chalo Dangote. Na isa Muzambia isa tuweba kuna bonse. Imingalato tashikula chalo wa mwamba. Ichishinka echikule chalo. Ukulande echishinka. Imama wa politician wa PF, imama wa candidates. Na bonse ma candidates basangwa. Kasonde mwenda bonse nda wabika puapa KBF na wabika po bonse. Imama wole sakasala akasala mu 2026 wa president. Vane mwikapanga ichichi mfulunganya tule mwana mchalo. Ala tafire moneka wino. Uku mone mpatira. Shire moneka no kumoneka. Abantu basenda, abantu baya. Valopola nefi. Neneshi. Katuishinga mapulanga. Abo batatu valopwele musala kuisoko. Ichalo chaifi. Tualikene mo 2021 mwebena Zambia. Listen and remember these things. We said no to violence. President Hakainde Hichilema, do you remember? We campaigned for you and we said no to violence. No to the abuse of the law. We said no to the abuse of the women. I am not ashamed to repeat this information. Because we said no. We did not say no because it was Edgar Chagwalungu in power. No, because violence is evil by itself, regardless of who commits violence. So we said no to Edgar Chagwalungu when he allowed the cadres. We are saying no to you, Your Excellency, President Hakainde Hichilema. Listen, look at the people threatening your citizens. You are a president even for the people in Chingola. You are a president even for the people in Monze. You are a president even for the people in in Lusaka. Your Excellency, open your ears. I know you listen. But if you listen, stop this evil before it can come out of hand. It's going to once no shali mwakabamo ukwali nsoke alatakwafuile muntu ukwali nsoke takwafuile muntu ifo tatwaikale tondoro bonse mo ba politician twalambo kumye baba lechuliramo bekala chalo ukuba UPND tesambi. It's not a crime to be a PF member. It's not a crime. Chavinga walikwata omutima chavinga lolesha ingira mu mukatika mutima wowe ngaula pepa ngaula tinaless ikala first munganda yowe tontonkanya imyeyo y'abantu ubwingi abala chula pamulandu wafyolechita chavinga limoli monga bale kubomfya nga naba kubomfya ingira mukatika mutima wowe tontonkanya walikwata olupwa walikwata omukashi nakalimu walikwata n'abaana walikwata na lupwa lobe na family yoko wafuma n'omushi oko wafuma chavinga walikwata tontonkanya ekyolo ekita ala chiwami na galo kuluma mbuzi ngati mbuzi kuluma galo chiwami na galo chavinga ala akatanshi takalisha akalekelesha ekalisha imwe truth is important. Justice I conclude with the words I learned. I was studying a book looking at what was happening in the country, and they were saying transparency and love are two elements that can enhance progress in any country. Transparency and love. So, mwebantu bakwa mulungu, transparency bachavinga. What is the transparency? Abantu bale ipusha. When did you become a president of PF? Be transparent. Why should you be transparent, Bachavinga? It's because this is part of justice. All of us, you yourself, myself, President Hakainde Hichilema, KBF, Emmanuel Mwambao as a candidate for presidential Yaba PF, Brian Munduvide, Member of Parliament, Makebi Zulu, Council, John Sangwa, Council, Binwe, Kasonde Mwenda, all of you need justice and you need to promote justice. Because in a country where there is justice, there will be progress. Imwewa politician, mwikate fiano, mwikate chalo cha Zambi. Ba politician kwate niko mutima, umuteka tima. Lekeni abantu ababomba n'otunchito twabona bena bale bomba nabo bantu. Mwikatirira abantu. Ya my friends imwe ba UPND. Ala. Ukubomfya obuteko, ukubomfya bakapokolo, ukubomfya masoja, aracyari anguka nga uri mu buteko. Kwateni umutima, umutima wabuntu, uwakutemwa abantu abali bonse. Efyo nami papata bonse. I conclude by saying, PF, do not be disappointed. Alakwena, ifintu fyonse, ufofila pita, mwapita la mumushitu. Uwa ingira na mumushitu nenswa swatomfwa imwe kudolesha fefofine bombe shieni kwateni umuchinshi kubuteko kwateni umuchinshi kuli law and order kwateni umuchinshi kuli wakapokola wa PF, but be proud of being yourself and exercise your political responsibility because it's your right and it's your duty as a civic leader muchalo cha Zambia. Thank you very much, Wamwamba. Na totira na mwe na Zambia bonse na mwe balelira. Na mwe balesa mwa bonse. I embrace all of you. Let's be real, patriotic, and let's save Zambia. Zambia is bigger than politician iwe. wewa itemwa weka, iwe politician wewa itemwa weka. Zambia is very, very huge and respectable than in Pombo. Who am I in front of Zambia? I'm just nothing, a drop in an ocean. Zambia is very big, 21 million people, God's people. Imaba politicians do not be egoistic. Mula lolisha kupa mutoto wenu. Lolokishie nipa bantu abale chula. Na balabe na bale sansa mukamuli CDF wale kwa tempia muli CDF. Na be na bano lokishie nino kweba ati mwego. Ala lokishie ni abalanda. Abale lala kwa bulokusha. Muilasa mafianti CDF ni nkwata pantu ni nkwata contract. Mona aba novi aba shikwete CDF. Wale lala shani.
Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Natotela 9. Thank you very much. God bless you all. We'll see you. We have a broadcast, big one on Sunday. We are hosting John Sangwa and Dolika Banda. Until then, unless there's something tomorrow, we might come to broadcast tomorrow, but essentially see you on Sunday.
The party, friends and all. So I only lamented that why should you be stripping me of these things and then pushing me and saying, no, we want to protect you. No, you see, demeaning of the president to be seen, to be going without this or that. I said, I don't need you. You don't need me. So I was very clear. I've not complained at all. The time that I've complained is when I've been harassed. I said, you've stripped me of everything, but leave my liberty, my dignity, and my rights. That's what I'm saying, even now. You see, 1 minute, I walk the street, somebody says you can't walk the street because you're a former president, you are in danger of being attacked, and people might attack you, and you'll be blamed as police. That's why we're following you. The next minute, I said, but you mean you didn't know that I was former president? When you stripped me of these things, please, go and put your house in order. The next minute, I want to go to church.
Ndi mwana wa kwa lungu. Ndi mwana wa kwa sata. Nefyo imini nepo. Etwa imini nepo cha kusumbula balanda. E manifesto twala kunkanyapo nayo. Kwa Zambia. Ngakwa bechinto chonfulwa ine. Muntu achusha balanda. Pantona nalichula po. Nefyo uchushu mumfika nalishiwa. Echo limoni mo. Ndole shafi na ti na ibwela mo. Ifi ba HH na ba UPND wale tusha balanda. Eko muntu engesa tila BM8 ni compromise ni project wa ba UPND ine. Uyu wa tusha abantu ifi. Uyu untombo kulwa na nkwe from 2021. Umulando wa kutusha balanda. Lelo. Ba MP abamumwene, ba MCC abamumwene, na imwe ni wikeli hapa. Kakwikata pate nicho malisa kama na matusha balanda. Teti mwe mumfu anepo na UPND yo. Tantu UPND tata kama na balanda. Aboba leti kwa BM8 na bantu bakwe ni project ya UPND mkwa itabulanda. Balwa ni babu ya ntanshabo. Ine ndefo kubeba ko message imo. Epo twalushira ma election ndefo muyumfuile. Nangubushi kubumo. Ishakala monana hapo na HH. Noko ekala nishaishiba. Nangubushi kubumo nangu ni phone call. Na namba yako ishakwata. Nangubushi kubumo kutuma umuntu atikana ndilebo kuli president. Ama business watu na wilaya fula. Ngatu waliba kusta compromise ngakale twaya. Nomba twalisaka na balanda. Ubusiku fenga kumana na HH ni next year. Edo akalashita hand over power kwa independent state of Somalia.
Zambia.